Hello everyone and welcome back to the Star Fox Adventures playthrough. Today we're going to be going to the Ocean Force Point Temple, and that does mean coming back to Cape Claw, which is looking just as amazing as it did when we came here before. I'm never going to get over how great this place looks. But really getting into the Ocean Force Point Temple is kind of going to require us to kind of explore Cape Claw a little bit. Cape Claw sounds like if it was infested with birds or something. That was a horrible pun, I apologise for that. So the first thing we need to do is to beat these guys up and talk to this orange gangly thing, who is actually a Lightfoot. People may have noticed when we came to Cape Claw the first time, we passed a place called Lightfoot Village. This is where this guy's from, and we'll be seeing it next part. I'm really not a fan of the Lightfoot, honestly. That kind of broken English thing that he's just shown there isn't very endearing, and they're just not very interesting characters. And also this whole kind of isolationist, we don't trust anyone thing has kind of been done to death. You know, I've made jokes in the past about Star Fox Adventures being unoriginal, so I won't call it that again. But that is pretty unoriginal. Yeah, this is a fire gem. We'll be needing this to get into the Ocean Force Point, and like I said, it's kind of nice to I like the way that Rare have made use of this area by we don't just come to it once and then never come back. We use the space that's given to us, and we just explore more of it to kind of know its secrets. I like that. It's not like Moon Mountain Pass, where that area feels like it was added just as a kind of place to go before, the volcano force point. Nearly forgot what it was called then. I much prefer this method of using this place that we've already been to. And like in last part and in many parts beforehand, I have endlessly praised the way that the water looks in this game and in other GameCube games. But honestly, when we get into the Ocean Force Point, the way that place looks is incredible. And it kind of to me, it's times like that when it just feels like the best looking GameCube game. I mean, just get into that. It's kind of like the step up from N64 to GameCube. I don't think that kind of jump in technology and graphics has kind of been equaled, really. I mean, if you look at something like the transition from PS3 to PS4, it's not really that different. I mean, I could look at something like Metal Gear Solid 4 and say that looks incredible, but PS4 games haven't really evolved beyond that. And so if you go back really and look at the transition from N64 to say this, Smash Brothers only came out 2 or 3 years before this, and this is such a jump up. It's incredible. It kind of I guess that's why I have such nostalgia for GameCube games, that excitement I got whenever I picked up that we had a magazine in the UK called Official Nintendo Magazine, or and that excitement I would get every single time I bought an issue, because I had a subscription to it, and just open it up, look at Star Fox Adventures, look at whatever was in there, and whatever new thing. I think Melee easily is the game that to me personifies this more. I remember being so excited for Smash Bros. Melee and just the way it looks and everything. So that's kind of why I have such nostalgia for it. It was such a time of excitement, and a time of, especially because of the age I was about 8 or 9, maybe 10, something like that. So just this kind of that feeling of you're a child, you want your parents to buy you this one thing. It was a great time, and I kind of get a little I can get lost in that nostalgia really and think about that time of getting a GameCube and all of that. It's pretty incredible to me. Bit risky of Tricky to jump all the way down there. Yeah, it's actually using the Krozora Palace music here, which is really odd. I don't get that. That's a really odd kind of design thing. If anything, they should have used the awesomeness that we're going to hear in a minute of the Ocean Force Point music. I love that music so fucking much. I actually think the water themes in this game, like Cape Claw and the Ocean Force Point, are the best points in the entire soundtrack. I just love how chilled they are. It's in the playlist description, but I haven't really talked about how I only kind of mentioned it at the start, how this game kind of divided people. But like, I don't know, it when I played this, my honest feeling was, yeah, it's not really a Star Fox game, it's just a fun game. But like, I've seen people who have like real vitriol for this game, and it doesn't. I don't get that. It really doesn't. I guess if it happened to a. Okay, if I'm going to talk about a franchise I really love, say like Legend of Zelda, if the next game was a city simulator, yeah, that would piss me off, but I wouldn't shit on it because it was different. I would shit on it if it was bad. You know, that kind of thing. Like, people seem to like hate this game just because of its existence, and I don't get that. And remember, if you hate this game because of its existence, do not blame Rare for it. It's Miyamoto's fault it was a Star Fox thing. You know, it was. Yeah, I went the wrong way. I'm an idiot. It was his idea to put Fox in this thing, in this kind of, not position. He's not like bribing Fox into being the star of an action adventure game. But you know what I mean. I feel that's a little bit unfair, to be honest, to have a go at them for it. And you also have to remember, if any rushed elements were because they were going to be, there's the Microsoft acquisition. Literally, as soon as this game shipped, a couple of weeks after, they were bought by Microsoft. So like, this is kind of, I find it kind of, it's not like the ultimate celebration of everything Rare. It's not like you're collecting loads and loads of shit like Donkey Kong 64 or Banjo, but, and it's not exactly the highest note they could have ended on. But I've said it so many times in this playthrough, but I honestly think this is a fun game. It's just kind of like an average Rare title, to be honest. And we saw just then the green Sharp Claw, who I said only appears in the Volcano Force Point because I'm a lemon, and I didn't. I forgot about that one. Now this puzzle here, I really like this puzzle. It's very therapeutic, I guess. I just love puzzles like this. It's just so satisfying to go over that. Now, I won't show you what happens if you touch one of those, the electrified ones. Basically, you just get sent back to the start and a little cutscene. It kind of gets a little bit irritating, that cutscene, when you like mess it up, I guess, because it just plays the exact same cutscene over and over again. I really should start doing this combo more, where you freeze them and hit them and it just breaks them instantly. Now, behind Fox, I don't show it, but there's a door there that you can open to get another cheat token, so if you want to go get that, you can. You won't be able to get it, however, until you come here the second time. God, I love this music that's playing here. It's so chilled. It's a shame I have the audio really down low so I can hear myself, because I would much rather be listening to this music than my own voice. I don't know why I put that fire out, honestly. It doesn't solve any puzzle. Ice physics. Hooray. I don't think I've actually talked about how Fox handles yet. If I have, I apologise for treading the ground again. But basically, Fox controls really well in this. Like, it's very smooth. I always feel like I'm in total control of his, his movements and everything. And it's just about as solid as any other game I've played, really. Any good game. But I will be honest, on ice physics, he controls a little bit. You can, like, the slipperiness sometimes. I feel sometimes it's more down to Fox himself rather than the ice physics. It's fine when you have to move on, like, just solid ground. But, like, getting up this thing here can be a little bit tricky if you're not, like, careful, basically. And this is it. This is literally the only puzzle before we can go put the Spellstone back. It's not like the Volcano Force Point. We have, like, kind of a massive labyrinth, I guess. Like, we just kind of do we go through here, do another couple of puzzles, and that's it, really. I always get excited when I go to the Ocean Force Point Temple, because it means listening to this music, seeing this amazing... I mean, look at the way this place looks, it's great. And knowing that the place, the part I am in the game is basically... I mean, after this, we'll be going to... okay, after the Lightfoot bit, we'll be going to the Walled City, which is... We'll meet Tricky's father and all of that. And then the next time we come in at Dragon Rock, that's the last Spellstone. So you're pretty much done with the game then. I don't know, I don't know, I have such nostalgia for those sections, because playing them for the first time, this is about the time, like I said last part, I got really sucked into the game. So I just haven't, by the time I get here, I just have nostalgia, because, you know, just getting sucked into it, really. Oh, good, these jellyfish things here from Krazoa Palace. Now, I don't know whether it's just copying and pasting the stuff in here, but is it trying to make a correlation between this place and the Krazoa Palace? Was this place made by the Krazoa 2? Is it trying to say that because they're here and not in the Volcano Force Point, that there's a special correlation between this place and the Krazoa? I know I'm reading way too much into this. I don't know how much this game costs to buy now, but I got the copy that I recorded with here is actually the second copy I owned of the game. The first one and a copy of Star Fox Assault was lost to me, along with Paper Mario. Tricky was inside the cube. I lost that along with some of my favourite games like Sunshine, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, Melee, all of those games I kind of lost, I had to rebuy them again. This copy is one that I got for Christmas recently, because I wanted to record it, and the thing is, I wanted to record this game, but I didn't want to record it like this soon. It was this playthrough was going to probably be next year, but like I said last part about Spyro, the game kind of got pushed up because I just felt like playing it. And I said earlier, like in an earlier part, about getting these fucking cubes into into that space, but you can see what I mean here. It's kind of a pain in the arse. And I actually checked there to see whether I was putting it in the right place. I am putting it in the right place. See? It's not me. But as I was saying about the game, like, I don't know how much this costs now, but if you can find it for about £20, or that's roughly about $40, I guess, yeah, I definitely recommend buying it. It's good fun. It's good, clean, simple fun. I don't know how Tricky got up there as well. And also, there's excellent riffing material if you want to let's play the game. This is another puzzle that I get a lot of satisfaction from doing. Like, it's just, so basically what you have to do is the middle platform is going to spin around with flames on it, and you have to shoot those red switches on the front of those statues to pour water on them. And there's a more advanced version of this the next time we come here, but the first time is basically just, you know, hitting the switch and pouring the water on it. But I get such a satisfaction from seeing the water get put out, I guess. Yeah, we're nearly done, but the next time you do it, I'll talk about it more the next time we come here, but it gets a little bit more complicated. You have more than enough time to do this, don't worry about it. That was such a weird transition, if you could hear the music there, that was really odd. Ah, another puzzle for children. Let's hope I don't run out of magic before I do this. This happened too many times. You do not actually have to hit the switch on it. You can hit the block anywhere on it, on the block. Well, you can hit anywhere on the block and it will move. One more shot. That was lucky. After this next shot, I think I will run out of magic. So, oh no, I've got one more. There we go. There's a rocket pad to move us on. Now, unfortunately, I don't have enough magic power to actually use it, so I've got to move back up here and get some more magic gems, Spyro gems. Again, another advocate for why the fuck can't we just bottle magic? If that's a Zelda tradition we actually do need. In fact, Zelda has those magic potions, but I've never ever used a magic potion in a Zelda game ever. But in this game, when we use it a lot more, surely that was a convention you should have copied, Rare. God damn it. Oh, I've literally just noticed. You see in the bottom left there, the map. You don't get those maps naturally. You buy them in the shop. I forgot to mention this in an earlier part. I bought all the maps off screen, so like you will always see the map filled in basically, whereas you wouldn't usually. I don't know. I thought it was nice to kind of be able to show people more clearly the architecture of this place as well. And I'm having a lot of trouble hitting that for some reason. Yep, past me. It's definitely blue. I'm having a lot of trouble hitting this. This is very embarrassing. There we go. Now, this is actually above the room we were in earlier when I was talking about my copy of the game. And that's basically it. We're just going to put the Spellstone back and then we'll go back to Thorntail Hollow. So, 2 Spellstones down, 2 to get. We're about halfway through the game now, roughly. But like, we're gonna be getting stuff quicker and quicker. So, the first half of the game is gonna go has gone quite slowly because we're only at part 11 now. But you know, it's gonna get a lot quicker, and I think we'll be finished with the game. We're about to part 22. So 2 Spellstones down. Alright, we're finished in Cape Claw for now, so let's just go back to the Hollow, really. Unfortunately, we don't have to watch all of that, so I've cut out all the journey of us going back to the Thorntail Hollow. Except for this cutscene. In the words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap.
Oh, I don't like
Yeah, Fox, get away. You don't know what could happen. Oh, shit.